Hi, this is Jesse with Sigma Star Systems, and I'm going to demonstrate the brand new tournament module for BracketPal. We're going to start from the home page here, and let's just click Add Tournament. We're going to call this My Tournament. Be a nice, easy name for us. For the tournament date, let's say August 16th or August 18th, and let's click Save. We have our brand new tournament. It's showing up right here. Before we move any further, we're going to want to be able to load in the registrants from the online registration system. So let's quick edit these registration forms that we need to. So we'll head over to Admin, then to Registration Forms, and then this is the registration form that we wish to use. So we'll scroll all the way down to the bottom. Normally this would be a big list of leagues as well as tournaments. For here we don't have anything in this site, so let's just go with this. We're going to click My Tournament, check this little box, and then click Save. Now that registration form is associated with our tournament. So let's head back over to the main page. And now we've got our tournament here. Let's go ahead and click on My Tournament. This will bring us into the tournament overview page. We have nothing in here right now, no divisions, no players, no nothing. So what we want to do is we want to add this division. We want to add a division. So we'll start by, let's just create a men's twos division. And we have the option of using pool play or not. Pool play is more interesting for our demonstration, so we're going to go ahead and enable pool play. Let's click Save. And now we've got our men's twos division with no teams. The next step, once our divisions are all set up, is to head over to check-in. So let's go over to check-in. Now we have no teams here. And now why we did this previously was to associate it with the registration form to import the teams from the online registration. So let's click this Load Teams from Online Registration button. Here we get a list of all the teams who had registered online. So let's go ahead and add those teams by clicking the division that we wish to assign them to. And we'll click Add the Selected Teams. Okay, we notice two of the teams, they signed up, they set up their deposit, but they didn't actually pay their fee. So what we're doing here is we're sitting here with this registration form, we're set up at the table, and we've got check-in. We've called out to players, everybody who's here, come on and check in, let us know your name, pay if you need to. So as the teams show up, we can click this check-in button. That'll just check the player in, let us know that they're there, so that anyone highlighted in bright red, we know that those players aren't here. We got to make sure to not include those when we do the seeding. So we're going to start checking everybody in. But okay, I checked in this prematurely, but we have $100 outstanding. They need to pay the fee. So we'll check them in, and then they've got $100 cash. So we can click Make a Payment. This will take us right to their registration form through the system, and then we'll just record a manual payment, just like you would with any of the leagues. And now that team will have gotten an immediate email letting them know that they've paid. We'll do the same with the Shinkle Soto team here. Record a manual payment, $100. They're all paid up. So we can head on back to the form. And payments, everybody's all paid up. So we're good to go. All the teams have come in and checked in. But just as we, one of the things we advertise is the ability to sign up on site. So we got one team that shows up and they didn't let us know anything ahead of time, but they're here on time and they're like, hey, can we play in this tournament? Sure they can. We can click Register a Team real quick and add a new team. So let's say we have the House DeBellis team. Assign them to men's twos, and it's going to be Kevin House, and we'll say his email address is kevin.house@hotmail.com. I don't know what his email is off the top of my head. And we're going to do Ryan DeBellis, and he's going to be ryan.debellis@hotmail.com as well. These guys like to use Hotmail, I don't know why. Let's go ahead and click Save Team. We've added this team. Now, because we've added this team directly rather than using the online payment system, their payment status is currently unknown. That's the default status. So all we can do is if they want to pay, we can just change this setting. So if they paid their whatever fee it was due, we can type in the word paid. If we type in something else, let's say House showed up and let us know, but Ryan wasn't here yet. So we could just say, oh, $50. Click save, and it's going to still highlight it in red so that we know that they still need to pay more. As soon as House arrives, or as soon as Ryan arrives and pays the remaining fee, we can just mark it as paid. And doing that will remove the highlighting from it. So we'll go ahead and check them in. We have all of our teams checked in. We should have 10. So let's head back to the main tournament. Now you'll notice that we have 10 teams here, where previously we had 0. The next thing to do when we're doing a tournament like this is to set the seedings. For those that are not in the know, the seeds just determine the order, the overall general order that you would expect the players to be in. In some cases, you can load those from some kind of external point system, like say Volley America or the BVB Info website or whatever organization that you use. Or you could just do it off the top of your head and you just say, I know these guys are good and these guys aren't so good. Either way, we'll set the seeds. The easiest way to do it for a tournament where you don't know anything about the players is just to do it randomly. So we'll go ahead and click randomize seeds and we'll click save. Our seedings are done. Now it's time to generate the pools for the pool play. We have 10 teams. Let's generate our pools. We're going to say, to keep things moving around quickly, we're going to make 3 pools. That means we're going to have a pool of 4 and 2 pools of 3. And to keep things moving a little bit faster, we're going to say for the 3 pools, they're only going to play 2 games, and for the 4 pools, they're only going to play 1. We don't want them playing too many games. It's hot out outside. We don't want them tired out. This is plenty of games to get them going, to get them warmed up for the playoffs. So you got that going. Let's click Generate Pools. All right, we've got our pools. Pool 1, 2, and 3. It lists the name of the teams in the pools. It lists how many matches are remaining within that pool that have not been reported. And it also gives us the option to assign courts. So we'll go ahead and we'll say Pool 1 is just going to play in Court 1. Pool 2 is going to play on Court 2. And Pool 3 is going to play on Court 3. And now we want to print off these sheets so we can give them each to a clipboard, put them on a clipboard and give them to the pool so that they can take care of themselves for a while and then bring the results when they're done. So let's go ahead and click Print next to Pool 1. And this will generate a nice little pool sheet for us. And we'll just give you a brief overview of what's showing up here. So we got the tournament name, the date, the division, which pool, and the number of courts all showing up here. We've got the name of each team. If for whatever reason you lose access to the internet, you do everything by hand, we at least provide the option to fill in the wins and losses and percentage and the points for it against and the percentage. And then the match schedule itself is defined right down here. So as the players are playing, they would play game 1 and game 2, and then you record the results. We'll say like 14 in here, 21 here, 17 here, 21 here. So Klemecki-Kurt's team won it in this case. And this just gives us our schedule. You print that off and give this to each of the pools, and we'll go from there. So as we've done this for each team, or for each pool, we give them out, they deal with their thing, and then they come in and start reporting their results. So what we need to do, once the results are returned, is we need to start entering this data. So let's go ahead and click Details. Here we can see the current standings, the wins, losses, points for and against, percentages, all that stuff, as well as their match schedule and the actual results from each match. So we can record that. So let's click Record up here, and we'll say that Klemecki-Kurt's team beat me 21-18, 21-17. We'll click Save. Then we'll go ahead and click for Hammer team, and we'll go Hammer won 21-12, 21-15. It was kind of a blowout. And then when I played David Hammer, the Hammer brothers, then we go 21. It was a real close one. 21 Hammers won 23. And then for the next one, We won 25-23, so it was real close. We've got all the data entered for this pool. You'll notice this begin finishing pool button shows up here, as well as we've been entering it, the standings have been updating. So it shows which teams have won how many games, how many games they've lost, what their win percentage is, as well as the points that they've earned and their point percentage. So let's go ahead and click Finish Beginning Pool. This is just a way for us to end the pool and determine to say that the seeds from this pool are the way that these should be. In this case, numbers 1, 2, and 3 are very clear. We got 3, 2, and 1 wins. We don't have to worry about any kind of tiebreakers or anything like that. So let's go ahead and click Finish Pool. This pool is done. If we head back to the tournament page, you'll see that this pool is now marked green and is marked finished. And we do the same for each of these pools. So I'll just go ahead and start recording, very rapidly recording some of these results just to get everything done quickly. Let's say we recorded it, all of a sudden we recorded it wrong. I realized I entered something wrong. We can click this Unrecord Match button, and this will remove that match from the record. So you can go ahead and re-enter it if you need to. And I'll stop right here and just take a step back. If we head over to the pool play right now, you'll see that this is updated. This previously had said 3 remaining, now it says 1 remaining. This is letting us know there's 1 match left in this pool. This, of course, assumes that your teams are reporting results immediately and not just writing them on the sheet, which is certainly possible. So let's go ahead and finish this off here. Uh-oh. So we have a 3-way tie up here. Each team beat each other team 2-2. In this case, it's going to come down to the point percentage. And that's what we got. It's sorting by the point percentage. So this looks good. So let's go ahead and finish this pool. 1, 2, and 3. Click Finish Pool. This pool is finished. Head back to the tournament. Finally, we'll do the last pool. This is our pool of 4, where they have 6 matches instead of just 3. Each team plays three matches of 1 game. And they're playing 25. So let's go 25-21. 25-13, it was kind of a blowout here. 25-27, nice close game, exciting. 25-17, whoop. 25-7, it was a real blowout. They just weren't on top of their game that time. And finally, 25. We've had the first team win every time. Let's go 25 and 19 here. Okay, so we scroll up to the top and we see we've got ourselves another 3-way tiebreaker that we might need to deal with here. Horn-Sugget won it all, but the other guys are all kind of fighting with losses. So we need to kind of manually determine the ordering that we want to do with the 3-way tiebreaker. We can do it based on the point percentage. Is the nice easy way to do it. If you want to do it a little bit more elaborately, you can. You kind of got to look at which teams played which. In this case, this is simple enough to just go point percentage. And let's finish the pool. 1, 2, 3, 4 is good enough for us. Let's finish the pool. All of our pools are finished. Everything is green. We now have the Create Playoff button. So we can go ahead and create our playoff bracket to finish the tournament. Now, we've got 10 teams that signed up, but we're kind of short on time, and we don't want to screw around with having too many levels, too many games. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take the top 8 seeds. And what it's going to do is it's going to sort this here as far as their position in pool are going to be the top 3, and then it's going to use the games and point differential to determine who were really the top seeds and all that. we have this include option, include or not include. And what we're going to do is just the bottom 2 teams who were the worst, we're going to not include them. So these 2 teams, we're only going to take the top 8. We're going to call this playoffs. You can make multiple playoffs. So you could call it like gold playoff and silver playoff if you wanted to do like like a playoff of 4 and another playoff of 4, something like that, instead of doing one big playoff of 8. But we're just going to call this the playoffs. Simple enough for our purposes. And let's click Save Playoff. This has now created this brand new playoff bracket down here. And for simple purposes, we want to print off the match schedule and just put it online, or and put it on like a board so everyone can come and check to see who's playing whom. If we click Print, this will give us a little representation of the playoff bracket for everybody to check out. We could print off this page and go from there. But what we want to do is we're going to want to actually interface with this playoff bracket. So if we click Bracket, now we have the option of recording the winners. So each team here plays. It's the top seed versus bottom seed. This is going to be second seed, Hammer Hammer versus Stefanik Council is going to be the second last seed. And then as the matches happen, we just click Record Winner, mark which team won, and we click Save. We do this for each of these. Now if you're familiar with our league software, this will look relatively familiar to you. It's very, very similar, and it's based on the same code base. And actually, we'll be converting this, we'll be modifying this and pushing this off into our league version as well to keep it simple. We want to have the same interface throughout, so everyone who's comfortable with part of it is comfortable with the other. So we're at the finals here. We got Horn Sugget versus Stefanik Council, and we got to record the winner. And Stefanik and Hounsel, they take it, and they are the winners of this tournament. If we need to change anything, like we misrecorded this or whatever, we can go back and we can change the match, and then it changes it here. But Stefanik and Hounsel won, so we're going to go ahead and save. And then we'll head back to the tournament. Everything is green. This tournament is complete. And then you can add as many divisions as you want. You can reseed. You can regenerate pools. You can do all kinds of fun stuff. Right now this is currently limited to single elimination playoffs. But double elimination is in the is in the works. And should be ready soon. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.